Oh, there he is.
All right. You know what? How about this? Let me press one a couple of times. I'm gonna go back to playing Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
That's fine. I'm gonna start the. Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's your boy Papa Dom. We're here live and direct, episode 113.
You fucking losers think you could keep me down?
I am really happy to announce that our very own Dr. Bob has decided to join us this evening for this podcast. Nice extra early edition. Everybody give it up for him for finding a save point in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Dude, what do you... okay, you can't just save wherever you want. You gotta get to... This is...
Rob, I know how video games work.
You don't have a fucking clue. You don't know. You just don't know.
I do know. I feel like we're going through this right now, which is like the explanation that I try to have with like my mom every time I was a kid. And she's like, "Come down for dinner," and I was like, "Mom, I need to find a place to save. That's not how this works. I can't just shut it off."
I'm trying to free up room on my memory card so I can save.
Well, yes. See this? I got through these in about 2 days.
Oh, those are the Yu Yu Hakusho mangas?
Yeah, my other one should be coming tomorrow.
You're welcome. Best Secret Santa.
It is fucking crack.
I'm nasty at Secret Santas. I'm actually really good. I feel like, not to toot my own horn, but like toot. Like I'm really good at Secret Santas. I'm really good. I got
you back to back. And
you did.
You know, I feel like you got some pretty decent gifts.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
You guys never got me anything.
Well, you're not in the fucking D&D group, so suck it from the back.
I feel like you guys should buy me something just because I am a friend, you know?
I am a gift.
I am, yeah. I'm going to lay under your tree Christmas morning because I am a gift.
Yeah. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. No complaints on this end. Fucking frigid outside, but other than that, really can't complain.
Yeah, hot single digits.
Yeah, not good. Not good by any means. I walked outside this morning, my like nose hairs froze.
Oh, yeah. When I was in Chicago, it was like -20, and I had to walk 4 blocks to get to the hospital. And I would like everything was covered except for like my nose. And when I would walk into the hospital, my mustache would be frozen solid. It was like that this morning.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And like when you're in Chicago and that happens, you can't even wear a face mask because then people are gonna be like, "Yo, what gang's this dude in?"
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? You can't do that. But like I said, all in all, your boy doing great. A little tall today, a little lanky. My ass, butthole, a little stanky.
Honestly, if I was
recording?
Yeah, we're already recording. If I was in Chicago and I was that cold, I would really want to like warm myself up with like a nice hot meal. You know what I mean, Chris?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
maybe like pasta.
Stop. I will fucking leave again.
I can't even like keep a straight face. I like but it would have to be like a little spicy too, so it couldn't just be any.
Stop.
Like jalapeno or something in it, like cheese and jalapeno.
You know, I think would also really just kind of like warm up the soul is like some pizza, but also like some potato skins, and if you like put them together, you would really get like an authentic Chicago dish.
Oh yeah!
Thank you so much, Bryland, for the 3-month sub. Thank you. We appreciate you, pal. Thank you so much.
First time seeing Bob. Not that fat.
That's the best. Wow.
Rob, his money now,
Rob, please log out of your other account. First time seeing Bob, not that fat. Oh, what the fuck? That's pretty good.
I should have just kept playing Kingdom Hearts.
Bob, should I even ask how you're doing, or should we just keep going?
You can ask.
How's it going?
I'm doing okay. I had a nice 6-day vacation. Flew out to beautiful California. Went to San Francisco. Hung out with my buddy Mark, who moved out there. So shout out to Mark and all the BC boys. Crashed on his couch. Then we drove 4 hours north to Lake Tahoe, and we went snowboarding all weekend. My legs are still in agony, and my calves are shooting pains all day, and it has yet to subdue. And I'm still like on the teetering on the edge of jet lag still, and I don't know. But besides that, I'm doing pretty good, man. Are we going to talk about what we played, or should I could start?
Yeah, you look terrible.
Why don't we do a little? Let's do a little weekend recap first, and then we can dive into, because I'm sure that we've all been playing the same things. So, Chris, you, I presume, had a nice little weekend for yourself. What would you?
Why do you presume that? Why do you think? Why do you think?
You know damn well why I presume. I got 112 other episodes of proof. What did you do? What did you do to yourself?
Did you get laid?
Come on, I mean, we're trying to be realistic.
Right.
Realistic,
Yeah.
I went out.
Good point.
I didn't get laid. But I on Friday night I drank.
Yeah.
I ended up going to King's with a couple buddies, got dinner. Dinner turned into getting a couple drinks, and then King's completely opened up the place, and they have a bunch of arcade games now, a shit ton of them. So it was fun. We went there, played like Super Mario Kart, played Ninja Turtles for hours. I actually played pinball for a real long time. Don't know why. The AC/DC pinball machine was just pulling me in. I was having mad fun, and I thought my card wasn't working with all the money, so I swiped it like 12 times. I was like, why isn't this working? But I just never pressed start, and I had the 12 credits in it. Maybe that's why I played so long.
Yep.
And that was my Friday. Saturday, didn't do anything. The whole weekend was really work-filled to me. It was probably one of the busiest weekends I've had work-wise in a long time. Sunday, I had a family party at Kowloon, shout out Kowloon, and it was a surprise party for like my dad's girlfriend's brother. So I don't know. It's distant, but he lived downstairs from me for like super long.
Oh, okay.
And it was a surprise party for him. They hired a band to play and everything. It was the most electric live band I've ever seen. I'm telling you, even better than the Harp in Boston.
I was just gonna ask.
No, they were incredible, Bob. They were fucking so good. And me, being the child of God I was, I didn't even drink that much. I just grubbed out on Chinese food. Lawrence dying in the bathroom. I had a couple Mai Tais, a couple beers. Called it early night. Got home like 10. Passed out by 11. Woke up. Did the whole week. And then here we are today. What'd you guys do?
Got a little Anthem VIP demo time in. We're going to talk about that very shortly. That actually took up the main chunk of my weekend. That was pretty good. Had a little brunch with my brother on Sunday. Went to a new spot, which was really good. Had myself a nice spicy Bloody Mary, nice little breakfast sandwich, like homemade breakfast sandwich, which was really good. And I think that was it. 30th birthday for Johnny's wife. That was really cool. Good for them. His mom made like a homemade ice cream cake, so that was just like unreal.
Homemade ice cream cake.
Basically was breathing like a Big Pun interlude the entire way home, so that was great. And yeah, just been nursing the wife back to health. And we got a nice ski trip this weekend and the Super Bowl, so that'll be good. Looking forward to that. Bert, how was your snowboarding expedition?
It was great. Landed super late in San Francisco on Thursday. Got food. Woke up at 4 o'clock the next morning to drive 4 hours to Lake Tahoe. And Friday was my birthday.
Wow. Happy birthday, Rob.
Wow, everyone put F's in the chat.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, guys. I turned a brisk 22, and I feel great about it.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah,
Yeah,
22.
if you're 22, I'm 45.
Yeah, I don't see the incorrect statement that was said there, but continue.
Yeah. What was okay? Went snowboarding for 2 whole days, and then Sunday took it super easy. Lost a couple hundo at the casinos in Reno because like the mountains in Lake Tahoe cross over the California Nevada line. So like there's California here. That's where all like the best food was. And then we crossed the line into the casinos where I lost a bunch of money. Sunday took it super easy. Came home Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, I didn't do anything. And then, whenever we talk about video games, I'll let you guys know what was going on.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that like in the second half of the podcast. Like once we reach like the 30-minute mark, we'll probably start talking about video games. So wait, can you clarify for me real quick? What state is Lake Tahoe in?
It's in California. So Lake Tahoe is in California and Nevada.
Huh. Yeah, see, I thought it was like in Illinois. So
Michigan.
way
No,
off.
that's
Or
Lake
Michigan.
Michigan.
Literally
That's
was.
Lake Michigan.
Hey, listen. When you say Lake Tahoe, like the first thing that comes to mind is not California. I'm sorry, they can't just have everything.
They have a lot of things.
They can't have
most
LeBron
things.
James and Lake Tahoe. They got to give one up.
Well, where are they going to put Lake Tahoe?
Like Cleveland.
Anywhere else.
That was the trade.
Yeah, that was the
LeBron
that
for
was the
Lake
trade.
Tahoe.
LeBron, 2 first-round picks, and Lake Tahoe. So big shout out before we start talking about video games. I know you guys have been hotly anticipating it. Big shout out to everybody that's made it for the live show, twitch.tv/wickedgoodgaming, like we do every Thursday, sometimes Wednesdays, but mostly Thursdays. Virgo Pros, V&K, Trev Bond, Stop Short, Skinny Seahorse, Sickfold, Surge the Great, Jade Elephant Association, host giveaway, definitely not a bot, Commander Root, probably a bot, Chuck Dick, Bryland, and Apricot Droop Fruit. And that name is just too silly to not be a bot. So, and yeah. So,
I am dying at Chuck's rebrand.
Yeah, Chuck Dick.
I know it's his middle name, but it just has a double meaning.
Is it like? Is it really?
His middle name must be Richard. I think he said it at some point in the chat. Maybe it's just actual Dick. They just said fuck it. Let's just go right to Dick.
Chuck eggplant emoji.
Oh my god.
So video game time. I know. Maybe we'll put it in the show notes. Like fast forward to 12:30, and that's when we'll start talking about video games. Anthem VIP demo came out. I'm gonna have a couple brief thoughts on this, and then I'll let you guys go to town about Kingdom Hearts 3 because I'm sure that you guys can't wait to talk about it. Chris got 1,000 hours in it already. Bob's probably got 2.
I do have to. Hold on. Why do you say it negatively?
I'm not a true fan. Not a true fan.
Just if you were a true fan, you would have been playing. You would have been playing for a while. But let me talk about this Anthem VIP demo real quick.
Yeah, shut the fuck up and start talking about it.
So Anthem was pretty good. Started playing it on Friday. I installed it on Thursday. Stared at loading screens pretty much the entire night on Friday until like late Friday night when I actually got like a smooth hour to play it. Pretty good. I mean, I think people that have played like BioWare third-party like action RPG games, which is I think is all of them, probably know what to expect from the combat. It like could be tighter, it could be not. It could be worse, it could be better. Like it's kind of like middle. The customization is really good, and almost all of it is free right off the rip. So like you have I think 30 different skins to pick from that'll be different like materials, so you can you can get like a satisfactory javelin right off the rip. I got everything to the color that I wanted it to be, and kind of got a good idea. Got a good idea for like the customization itself, and the story missions weren't half bad either. I know that we just dropped out for a second on Discord, but I think everything's working now. So, can you guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Wow. It's almost like I was going to rush just for technical difficulties. It's crazy.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. So we I ended up squadding up with a couple different people. Rob just fucking completely threw me off track. I ended up squadded up with a couple different people. Tried out the co-op, Anthem co-op, pretty good. Story, it gives you like just enough to want more. And the open world stuff is really good too. So the game definitely needs some more polish. I'm pretty convinced that the VIP beta is a really old build, and that the next beta that comes around, which I think is either next week or the one after that, is actually I think the next one that comes after that is actually going to be like a current build. So I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see how that goes. Looking forward to playing more. Anthem's pretty good so far. I mean, if it came out today, I'd rate it like a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6.8.
Not bad. Above average.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. The graphics are really good. The voice acting and the like facial mocap stuff is excellent. It runs like dog shit on my like launch model Xbox One, which I've had for like a little while, but I was hearing that it runs really well on Xbox One X and PS4 Pro. I didn't think that system requirements were going to be something I ever had to worry about as a console gamer, but I guess I just have to face the music at this point. But pretty good. How's Kingdom Hearts 3, guys?
I thought you'd never ask. I would love to talk about it. So Tuesday rolled around. I knew what the day was. Kingdom Hearts. Real busy day for work. I was like, I'm going to do bare minimum today. I'm just going to get through this day. I'm going to stop at GameStop on the way home and well, it wasn't GameStop originally. It was like Best Buy or Target because I hated GameStop. I hate GameStop. But I was like, all right, fine. Long story short, day goes on. Stop at GameStop, and as soon as I walked through the door, it was the best greeting I've ever got in my life. Everyone just points at me. They go, "Kingdom Hearts," and I go, "Absolutely." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we got it right here. What system? Yada yada. Hey, do you want a free like flag, towel, something like that?" So I ended up getting this bad boy right here. I haven't even undid it yet.
Hey,
It's a big flag.
Oh, you get the fabric poster that came with the pre-orders.
Yeah.
They must have just had a bunch left over, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. So I got that, and I guess after that I went home. I didn't turn my Xbox on for give or take 3-4 months before getting this game. So I dusted it off. Had to run updates. Updates took like 3 hours to run. I was like, wow, this is ridiculous. Sucks. Installed the game. Started playing. 10 hours later, which I have officially logged on Kingdom Hearts right now. 10 hours, just hit it.
wow.
Yeah, I know. Fucking real champ. And I mean, I'm having a blast. It's not the most difficult game in the world, don't get me wrong. But man, I'm having a fucking blast. It's just so nostalgic. The last time we played was like 13 years ago, right? And just firing that up. And not to mention the intro song, as the boys on the podcast know, and the boys listening, the girls listening.
Insane.
It is lit. It is so fucking good. As soon as I get my cut for the past 2 days, I play it on repeat until I get where I'm going. A Steve Aoki remix for a Kingdom Hearts intro. Get out of here. It was incredible. I had the chills the whole time. I had to crack a drink while it was booting up. And I don't know, I'm not going to get too far into it. I guess we can tap on at a different time throughout the podcast. But long story short, I'm loving it so far. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts, 10 hours of it, past day and a half. Bob?
Is that the longest that you've played any like single player game?
No. My thing is if I continue playing it, like I'll put hours into a game. Is just do I finish the game or do I continue playing it?
Okay.
This is going to be one that I do, but I put hours into single player games all the time. I'm a huge multiplayer guy, as you guys know, but I put time into single players. I couldn't even name them, but I know I have.
You can't remember which ones, but they exist.
No, 100%. I mean, they're out there. I just couldn't tell you what. It was a long time ago. I haven't played like an actual good multiplayer single player game that really drew me in a decade.
All right.
What do you think, Bob? How's Kingdom Hearts 3 grabbing you so far?
So Kingdom Hearts, let me preface this by I played more than just Kingdom Hearts recently. When I was on the plane, I decided to give Animal Crossing a shot, and that game fucking sucks.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god!
I don't even think it can be considered a game. That's how bad it is.
Of course it can, Bob.
What do you mean? There's no mechanics to it. There's no game elements in Animal Crossing. You just walk around and you press B on shit to pick it up, and then your backpack gets full, and then you go fucking sell it for a couple of bells. And what do you do with the bells? You buy shit with the bells, and then you press B again to place shit inside of your house. There's no game mechanics, and it stinks.
So would you consider The Sims a game?
No.
You wouldn't consider
That's
like
fun.
Harvest Moon
That's a video game.
I've never played Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon's the same shit.
Then no. Then no.
That might be the worst take in the history of the podcast. We've got 113 episodes, and this is the worst. I thought like Drake Made Gaming Cool was the worst podcast. This is just eclipsed.
I mean, you can't. No. You can't make that fucking comparison.
Yes, I can. It's a terrible take. You played the tutorial. You weren't even past the tutorial. You still got spider webs and cockroaches running all around your shit.
Yeah. You were still working at Tom Nook's, fam.
Dude,
shit.
I broke Kaylee's heart when I told her that too. Like
Yeah,
I didn't tell her why.
Kaylee clearly real gamer.
I didn't tell her while I was away. We hung out on Monday when I got home, and she was like, "Look, I didn't want to ask you while you're away because I kind of have like this feeling that you didn't enjoy it because she like loves Animal Crossing," and I was like, "Yeah, the game fucking sucks." And she was like, "What did you just say to me?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, dude."
So did
Animal
you just like
Crossing
reinstall Tinder right there, or did it like take a little while for you guys to actually break up?
No.
All of it. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge.
Oh my god! Put that in your profile too. I'm a fucking terrible person, and I hate and I hate Animal Crossing.
And then
Those two are not
she
mutually exclusive, but they're both
and
true.
then she gave me a bunch of nice shirts for my birthday. I'm wearing one right now. So,
The shirt sucks.
You suck. What are you wearing? The same fucking Acer hoodie that you wear every podcast?
You did get you salty because you didn't get one.
Yeah, I didn't get one. All right, I was fucking hammered, and I didn't realize they were giving them out.
They were giving them out at the.
I mean, there was a huge booth that said free hoodies.
It didn't say free hoodies anywhere. Didn't say it anywhere. I have videos. I have video proof. You have none.
Yeah, no, I have a hoodie.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, he's got hoodie proof.
Animal Crossing stinks. Then I played some Super Mario 64 on my 3DS on the flight home. The controls are really bad on the 3DS.
Oh my god! Game. Next thing he's gonna tell us is oxygen is terrible. Breathe some oxygen. It was the worst. 0 out of 10.
Dude, you don't need oxygen when you get a vape.
Oh my god!
Oh my, that was the. Oh, I wish I could say what I'm thinking, but people will get mad. That was the most cringy thing I've ever heard in my life.
Look, I'm not gonna say Super Mario 64 is bad.
We're losing. We are hemorrhaging subscribers right now.
Look, I'm just saying it doesn't control well on the Nintendo 3DS. That's all I'm saying. It's a classic game that was ported improperly to a handheld console.
Then what do you expect?
I didn't expect any more. What do you mean?
You're judging it like you were expecting the best game in the world.
No, you're judging me based off of my initial statement.
Hardcore right now. After that,
you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't care. Then I came home. I downloaded Resident Evil 1 HD Remaster. I played through that Tuesday and yesterday, and then I ended up. So what I was trying to say the whole fucking time before you guys jumped down my throat, I forgot that Kingdom Hearts came out on Tuesday. I thought it came out on Wednesday. I fucked up. Wow. Okay, I fucked up. So it's like, oh, what am I going to play until Kingdom Hearts comes out? Bought Resident Evil 1 because I never played 1 to 3 or like Veronica and the other side ones. I just played 4 and then on, and like 7 was 4, 5, and 7 were incredible. But I beat Resident Evil 1. That game is a piece of art. It's just that's classic survival horror. If you've never played it, you should 100% play it. That's like a game you should.
Animal Crossing actually also could be classified as a survival horror game, as long as you're afraid of being broke. As long as you're afraid of being broke, it could definitely be. Or if you're just afraid of animals, or if you're like
got a fucking hippo living next door. I'm scared.
This is insane.
Animal Crossing, yeah, they actually, that's the two things that they both have in common. Resident Evil and Animal Crossing, both classics, and both survival horror. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And only one of them is good.
Yeah, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Resident Evil.
They both have something to do with raccoons. You have Tom Nook, and then you have Raccoon City.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, where do the comparisons end?
Okay.
There's both inventory management is a core mechanic of the game. I'm just saying. Stop me when you stop me when I stop telling the truth. You just go ahead and pump the brakes on me. But I haven't missed yet.
Okay, I'm really looking forward to Resident Evil 2 remake. Okay, that's all. That's where I've been trying to get this whole time.
When's that
I'm
come
really
out?
interested. I can't wait. It came out last week, but I wanted to play Resident Evil 1 before I played that one. I also want to play Resident Evil 0 really bad before I play that one as well, but I'm gonna have to continue to play.
It's a great week for like oversaturated, convoluted franchises.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I give it by Saturday, and I'll have more hours input than Chris. I
didn't know it was a competition.
Now it's a competition.
Did I?
You guys want to make it?
Wait, I don't think I was recording, but I was definitely live. I don't think I was recording, but I was definitely live. I was like, the first thing Rob's going to say when he gets on, he's going to go, well, give me 2 days, and I'll have double the playtime that Chris has.
Yeah.
I look at what that competition is. I'm just trying to enjoy the game.
No, because I get shit. Because I got to sit there and I get shit on the whole fucking time. Oh, you
only got 2 hours. MLG Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, you didn't even know it came out until the day after. I mean, it's.
Who's a real Kingdom Hearts fan?
Saturday, watch Saturday.
Okay, that's fine. Take all the hours you want. I'm enjoying it. I'm taking my time. I'm watching all the cutscenes. Believe me, you could fly through it all you want.
I'm not flying through. What? Okay, Kingdom Hearts, incredible game. I've been waiting a very long time for it. I wanted to play the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.8 or 2.5, 2.8 collections, but I never got around to it because I just didn't have the time for it. So once I beat 3, I honestly might go back and play the collections again, and then play through 3 one more time. But yeah, game's absolutely incredible. It's gorgeous. They canned the old engine and they threw it into Unreal, so it looks crisp. Everything just looks crisp, and it's just got the overflowing nostalgia value that has people who are fans of the franchise beforehand just pouring back into it.
What is like the new movies that are in it that weren't in it before?
I haven't. I mean, I'm only in Olympus right now with Hercules,
Ooh.
but I'm at like the very end of it. I'm pretty sure it's like frozen. Pretty sure it's like. Someone just shit their pants.
Oh no, I was trying to hold the laughing. Sorry.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure there's Frozen. There's Monsters Inc. You know what? Tangled. I'm fucking over it. Let's go on to.
No, I honestly wasn't even making you try to like walk into a joke, Chris.
No, you're right. You're spot on though. Those are all in it for sure. I'm only at I'm at Tangled right now, just about to finish it. And then I'm gonna pick where I want to go after that. Do I go Frozen? Do I go Monsters Inc? We'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided yet, but very excited to see Monsters Inc. Not really a big Frozen guy. Can't wait for Elsa to sing though. She's kind of a babe, low key, but I think I'm gonna go Monsters Inc.
I've never seen Tangled or Frozen.
Rapunzel looks good. Not gonna lie, Rapunzel looks fucking good. Rapunzel looks good. I'm just saying. I'm not a cartoon, but if I was, I would. Just saying.
We're going there. Episode 113, we're going there. Yeah, I've never seen Tangled or Frozen, so I don't know how I would, I mean, I'm sure I'd be like just as invested. Somebody told me that the Tangled storyline just plays out just like the Tangled movie does, and I assume it has something to do with Rapunzel letting down her hair. One dude climbs up, they go get her, shake some babies, kiss some hands.
I'm not going to throw spoilers out there. That's not what I'm about. Okay. But Rob will blow by me soon, and he'll.
Yeah. And I mean, I haven't. It's not like I've ignored watching them because I don't like them. I like good things, unlike Rob, who doesn't like Animal Crossing. And if somebody said, "Hey, let's," watch Frozen, I would do it. But I don't have it, anyway. And like, I don't think my nephew's at the point where he wants to watch it yet. So I'm sure we'll get to that point where I'll watch them. But. Kingdom Hearts 3 is good. Anthem is good. I still got some.
I'm kind of like, I'm so interested in Anthem, just because I never got into any of the other games that are in that weird like looter shooter genre, like Warframe or The Division or Destiny. I've never gotten into any of those, but I've been watching a ton of gameplay on it. And it looks super interesting just from like the whole verticality perspective.
Yeah.
Like it introduces just so many more dimensions to the gameplay that the other games don't necessarily have. But it looks like a fucking buggy mess. And if I'm going to play it, I'm waiting like a month or two after it's released to even look into it.
Yeah, it's probably not a terrible idea to honestly, if you've played any AAA quote unquote shared world game, Destiny 1, Destiny 2, The Division, Fallout 76, you probably would have been fine if you waited 3 to 6 months before starting to play it, because there was huge updates for each one of them. I mean, Destiny 1 and 2 both had year 2 overhauls of the complete game. Destiny 2 just got overhauled back in October or September, and Destiny 1 got overhauled, and I had already kind of written that game off. I was already like, fuck that, I'm not going to pay twice for the game. I already went over it a billion times in this podcast. You guys already know. Fallout 76 is still getting improvements and tweaks, which is great, but I think that's the kind of the beauty of those games when they work, is that there's always going to be new stuff to come back to, and there's always going to be reworks and balance changes, just like your favorite MMO. So Anthem's really good. The verticality, like you said, is excellent, and the people who are in different javelins, like the big ones that look like the Hulkbuster, you can't fly as far or as fast, which is fine because you're gonna just land on the ground and stomp around and kill everything anyway. And then the lighter javelins are more acrobatic and can kind of zip around the battlefield, which is awesome. There's a lot of great stuff there. If you've played any BioWare games and have found anything to like in any of them, you'll find something to love here. and I really, really, really hope that the next build that we get to play of this game is a lot more polished. I think I can't remember if it was last week or I think it was right after the VIP demo. The embargo got lifted for content creators who got flown out to BioWare or EA to play the final build of the game. I'm not saying I'm mad. I'm just disappointed. Maybe next time. And people are talking about it, and they are definitely enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to seeing more. Again, I'll be paying attention to the next couple demos. I have access to all of them, so I'm looking forward to playing more. I just really, really hope that they continue to polish and fine tune everything, and that on launch day it's not a huge shit show. I'm not really super bothered by the server issues because I feel like that's what this is for.
That's going to happen with any type of those games, though.
And, my knee-jerk reaction is to complain about the server issues and be like, oh, my God, I can't believe they didn't understand this. And, for me, the way I understand, the way I think about it and the way it actually is completely different. So hopefully this is helping them to kind of stress test their own servers and to kind of overcompensate for what they think they're going to have. So I'm really looking forward to seeing future builds of the game, and hopefully the final product is beautiful because I would love to play that with my friends.
Did you see the skin controversy that happened over the weekend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, EA can't not ruin something good. They can't my initial reactions when I watch gameplay, because I haven't played it yet, is this looks pretty good. This looks like something that if I had a squad of 4 people, I would probably enjoy playing. And then immediately, right after I get those notions of, wow, this is something I'm interested in, screenshots come up of skins on the marketplace. It's rumored right now. It's just a quote unquote iteration of their microtransaction currency system that one could presume would go for $20 each as an epic skin, not even a legendary skin. So legendaries would presume to be more expensive, 25 plus.
Yeah,
that's insane.
I think because the way I was looking at it was Anthem $20 skins. I was looking at this is the picture right here, and it was one single skin, and the currency an economy is still getting balanced. In the demo, everything was 25 coins, just to make it simple, and you got I think 50 or 75 from completing regular missions or activities, which is nice because then you could buy 1 or 2 things in between and kind of continue to customize your guy. And again, as I mentioned in the beginning, you have a ton of customization options right off the rip for your javelin, so you can make them look pretty much exactly the way you want it. All the limbs and stuff are gonna look the same, but then you can actually upgrade those later, which is great. And then the vinyls are awesome too, because that'll just add it's like Need for Speed Underground 2 but with robots, which is that's the only pitch you need to sell me for a game. As far as the skins being $20, I mean, I don't. It's not like I'm putting all my faith in EA's bucket here, because trust me, I'm not. I've ripped them apart enough. I don't think that was ever a real thing. I mean, and they were really, really quick to come out and say, hey, this is an iterative process that is in no way representative of the final pricing. We're just kind of doing some balancing stuff with the economy. So I don't know if somebody just hit an extra zero or if it was supposed to be $20 for a pack, but I don't think that was ever real. I think it was just something an arbitrary number that was thrown up there, and somebody caught a screenshot of it. I genuinely don't. That's
if they use
the
term iterative, that just means that's not the. I agree. Using the term iterative doesn't mean this is the final. Hey, this is our currency system. But that just means at one point in their balancing of it, they thought that it was okay to charge $20 for a skin, and we don't know if that's the highest point in the iterations or if that's the lowest point in the iterations, where if at one point they were minimum we'll charge people $20 for a legendary skin. That's insane. Even at the highest iteration we'll charge $20 for a skin. That's ridiculous. In no game should anybody be paying that much for even a cosmetic, unless it's a free-to-play game. At that point, it's all off. You're essentially donating to receive something that you can use later on, like in Fortnite, for instance.
Yeah.
But if you're paying $20, that's 1/3 of a full game that you just paid for. You just paid 1/3 of the game for one cosmetic, and that's ridiculous. And there's no way that it will ever see the market, because if it does, EA is going to get torn apart. And I'm pretty sure BioWare doesn't want to be involved in that, especially following Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure like what the deal was with that iterative process. I mean, again, I don't think that it was ever going to be $20 for a single skin. All I want out of the, like, I guess let's call it the monetization of the game, is make it exactly the way it is in Destiny 2 right now. For some reason, people are still complaining, like people that have not played Destiny 2 are complaining about microtransactions, when in reality, it's probably the most sensible part of the game. The way it works is you can pay for in-game premium currency, the way you can in pretty much almost any game now, and you can buy cosmetic items. And you can earn those cosmetic items just the same, just by continuing to play. So once you hit level cap, in this case right now it's level 50, you can just continue leveling as if you'd be going to 51, 52, 53. But every time you complete that like experience bar again, you just get another like box, you get another engram that has like 2 or 3 items that you can get from the cosmetic store. It just gives you like a random assortment of them. And that's
Sounds
probably...
like a pyramid scheme.
It's not. So you get that engram and you get like a little extra like cosmetic stuff. Sometimes it's like ornaments for weapons that change the way they look. Sometimes it's, different shaders and colors that you can apply to your armor. I still don't love the way they do the shaders in Destiny, because it just makes it so you have to buy more. But you don't buy them with real currency. You buy them with in-game currency, which you get like pissed all over with. Like you'll never have...
So that's another thing that needs to be taken into consideration when it comes to specifically an EA game, where if you're giving players the opportunity to use either paid currency, or the good part about it is they're allowing you to use in-game currency, but it's inflated to a rate of 2,000%. So if you're paying, 200%. So if you're paying the 2,000 paid currency for it, you're paying 40,000 for in-game currency. So they have to find a decent balance for, if somebody's going to grind this game, like the people who are interested in that genre will do, they'll grind the game. They need to give them a currency rate that is acceptable to match the in-game, the paid currency that is for that same skin. And I think that's going to be a big issue off the start. I think at the start, the in-game currency rate is going to be too low, because I feel like that's the case with all of these kind of games, and there's going to be a lot of backlash, and I think that they're going to up it at some point. And then even when they up it, I still think there's going to be a problem with it.
Yeah. Probably my biggest gripe, honestly, with Anthem, and this is like, I think this just came out like today. So I don't know if you guys remember this, kind of like a long time ago, when video games used to just like come out. You could just like go to a store, you just say like, hey, I want to get game, please. And they say,
oh my God.
Yeah.
That was 12 years ago, back when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out.
Yeah. And then they go, hey, that's going to be $63.74 with Massachusetts sales tax. And then you go, okay, Mom, can I have that money? Because I was a juvenile when this was a thing. And so back in the 60s when I was buying these, games used to just come out. I don't know if you guys remember this. Only 90s kids will remember when video games would come out and you would pay money for them and then you would have them. In 2019, you can have several ways of buying things, and it will depend on whether you pre-ordered it, whether you bought it and pre-ordered it, whether you pre-ordered it and canceled it, whether you bought it, pre-ordered it, and had an extra monthly subscription, or whether you bought it, pre-ordered it, had the monthly subscription, and then paid for like the extra higher tier monthly subscription. So in case you're not clear on what I'm talking about, it's okay, because nobody is. And EA has put out a chart on ways to play Anthem, and there are literally 5 different tiers of playing the game. There's the standard pre-order. There's the Legion of Dawn pre-order, which is the premium version, I think. There's the EA Access Edition. There's the Origin Access Basic Edition, and then there's the Origin Access Premier Edition. And I'm not going to walk through every single one of the steps, but there's basically 4 different things. There's 3 different demos. There's the first trial. There's the full game on February 22nd. And then there's the early access full game. So if you have Origin Access Premier, if you're just paying for that, you actually get to just play the game a week before anybody who just wants to pay $60 for it and play it. So, would love to just move to another planet where you could just pay for shit and have it, but apparently, like, I just don't understand. I just don't get it. I really don't understand it. It doesn't make me want to. I don't know. Maybe this just isn't for me. And I feel like 9 times out of 10, when we talk about microtransactions and we talk about loot boxes and we talk about different ways that games are monetized, maybe it's just not for us. Maybe we're just not the consumer that EA and Activision know they're going to get money from, because I truly don't get it. I really don't.
I mean, we're not little kids. They're going wild on these little kids with like their parents' credit card on file. Hey, Ma, can I buy this like $10 thing for a video game? Yeah, go ahead. And, like, they don't know where it's going.
But like, think about it though. We should be the demographic for that.
We should. We have our own.
We're that age group where it's like, we grew up playing video games, and now we have the expendable cash to then input into our favorite games because we're now in young adulthood. Besides Dom, and we should be that demographic, but we're not, because we're reasonable enough to sit here and be like, I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with you taking my $60+ for the initial launch of the game and then requiring me to pay a membership fee, pay a monthly fee, buy into your adventure pass, or buy cosmetics, or buy ways to level up through a game. I'm not going to fucking do that. I'm over it.
No, I agree that we should be that demographic, but at the same time, we're old enough and we've seen enough to know what they're doing. We know that it's a money hungry stunt, and we could recognize that. To us, a lot of the times we're playing video games. Of course, we get competitive and we like competitive games, but we're playing games now because we enjoy playing them and we enjoy spending our time playing them. When you're younger and you're playing these games and all your friends are playing these games, you want to have the best of the best. You want to show that like you're better than everyone else. So that's the people that they're prying on, the people that want to show this shit off. We don't care about showing shit off. We just want to be better than the next person and just enjoy playing the game.
Yeah, and it just makes me like, I'm at the point where, like, I'm actually struggling to continue to hold interest in this game, because it's like, and if you have something with robots in it, right, where you can have a robot suit, or like you play as a giant robot, you don't really need to tell me anything else. As a matter of fact, I wish I didn't have internet access for the last 3 weeks so I could just miss all this, and then when Anthem comes out on the 22nd, I could just buy it and enjoy it. But this is just like putting such a bad taste in my mouth with, here's the different ways that you can play, here's the different tiers of access, and blah 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 blah, blah. And like, just give me the fucking game, dude. Like, I just don't, I really don't get it. And I mean, and there's people like our age, or like with our lifestyles, that will buy into monetization. Like FIFA and Madden Ultimate Team are huge, and that's even people love that shit. People love that because it's basically like digital baseball and digital football and soccer cards. And then you get to play with those players. And that's like a ranking thing, and there's like a whole PvP aspect behind it, and it's basically like Dungeons and Dragons, but for Madden and FIFA, but, or like Magic the Gathering, but for Magic and FIFA, but, or FIFA and Madden, but like, people love that stuff. Like, I don't understand where this type of business model makes sense, and I don't understand, like, at what point in what boardroom somebody said, oh my God, people are going to love this. Like, this is great.
So this is based off of the shareholder business model, where their company is comprised of people who invest into the next product, the next IP, the next line in the franchise, and they sit there and then they demand, I paid you this much, I want a 45% return rate. So then the developers and the companies need to figure out a way to do that.
While they stay profitable, yeah.
Right, while they also stay profitable. So when you take something like Call of Duty Black Ops 4, for instance, that was the second highest selling game of 2018. They made $500 million in 3 days, and the shareholders called that a failure.
What?
3 days, $500 million. That's the amount of money they made, and it was considered a failure. Which is why the shareholder mentality of these businesses is non-sustainable, because they invest X amount and then they want 5 times more of X amount, and then if they hit that, then the next game in the line, all right, now we want more. We could hit that last time. Now we want 6 times as much or 7 times as much, and that keeps going up until it collapses. And that's why a lot of people are thinking like we're at the verge of a video game crash, stock market crash, where like a lot of the indie developers are going to have a time to shine. The AAA companies are going to make huge. They're going to fall flat on their faces. And I mean, when you think about it, EA is like the anti-Midas touch. They take an IP or they take a company and they immediately turn it into gold because they make a shit ton of money off of it, but then they corrode away everything that had the fans and the community invested in it, and then they whatever dies, they throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never going to last. There's no way that this system lasts.
Backtracking a little bit, personal opinion, I don't give a fuck if they're charging dumb amounts of money for cosmetics. I'll never be dumb enough to spend dumb money on just cosmetic things. I mean, don't get me wrong. In the past, I bought skins in like Counter-Strike, and I used to try to sell them and trade them and yada yada. But if people want to be dumb enough, or if they have the money, disposable money, to just buy these little cosmetic upgrades, I mean, all the power to you. Have fun, as long as it's not altering their play style, or it's not like they're not getting better by buying these skins. I don't give a fuck if it's not affecting me. Whatever. If they want to make their money get ahead, if people are gonna buy whatever anyway. So better them than me if they want to charge. Like in Counter-Strike, it's like $2,000 for a skin on an op. If you want that, all the power in the world to you. You couldn't catch me dead doing it. But it's not. They're not better with it because they bought it. You know what I mean? So I don't mind when it's cosmetic microtransactions.
Yeah, I mean, there's different tiers of it, and I feel like we beat a dead horse every time we talk about it. And Rob, I know you wanted to touch on the speaking of FIFA Ultimate Team, like they banned the FIFA loot boxes in Belgium, and like Belgium's not a particularly huge market for EA, but EA was basically like, well, sorry, FIFA fans, like your government doesn't want you to gamble on digital soccer cards.
They never apologize. They never once apologized to the country of Belgium like, hey, we get it. We're sorry that we're influencing gambling on your video game community. Instead, they go, hey, video game community, we're sorry your country sucks and won't let you gamble.
Yeah, sorry your parents won't let you have fun online, kids.
It's fucking insane.
I mean, if they put out the odds...
That's the thing.
If they put out the odds for... Like, I think Hearthstone does that. Doesn't Hearthstone have the odds for each one? It's like... X amount, or somebody maybe, I think somebody had to have, somebody data mined the odds, or maybe it's public, that you have X amount of percent to get a rare, X amount of percent to get a legendary, and then Hearthstone made it so every time you get a legendary, it's not a duplicate of the one you already have, and you'll absolutely get one every 20 packs, and then I think it's one every, like you're at least guaranteed like a couple extra ones based on different packages you get, so at least you know what you're going into. And I think that is the problem that the Belgian government had with FIFA, is that there's no public facing odds. It's just like, hey, if you buy a rare or gold pack, it has double the chances of getting double the chances of getting like a gold card as the last one, but you don't know what the baseline chances are. And Lorenzo, like, I think Anthem is a lot of fun too. We were just talking about like the fuckery around the game, like, and I wish it was just the game, like, as if Anthem had just come out and it was just the way it is, then we wouldn't even have anything else to talk about. I would still be talking about how much I loved flying around in a big robot suit that I painted to look like Iron Man. Thank you for the 5 months, boy. And I'd still be talking about how I spent a half an hour trying to make the suit look like Iron Man. And, that would be it. That would be the whole topic of conversation. Unfortunately, we're given more bulletin board material to continue skewering EA because they don't know how to get out of their own way. And believe me, I'm sick of talking about it. I'm really sick of talking about it. But unfortunately, we'll be back here in 2 months.
They put themselves up on that fucking, the circus spin wheel where like they strap themselves up and then they just hand somebody knives to throw at them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, go ahead.
Yeah.
Here is our egregious microtransaction model. Here's all of our shareholders yelling at us. Here is our public outcry that we don't want you playing our game if you don't believe in this. Go ahead, throw them. And then they just stand there. They lie there and they wait. And when it comes to the Belgium thing, they gave percentages for everything except for the like top tier players for FIFA. So if the highest level of player you can get in that game was 95% or 95 plus, they gave you like a percentage. I think it was under 1% chance of getting one, but they never specified what it was under 1%. So the government was like, look, you need to clarify this. We need to know the exact percentages to, reduce the quote unquote gambling effects of it. And they were like, no, we're not going to do that. So it could be a full 1% where every 100 cards you get, you're going to get one player above 95, or it could be 0.0000001% chance that you're going to get one. And I mean, here's another thing where EA is just handing knives to get thrown at them. They helped promote influencers like Twitch and YouTube influencers for opening up packs to, get these players. Somebody dropped 13,000 euros on packs and still couldn't get a full team of players 95 and up.
Jesus
$13,000, and they couldn't complete like the best players in the game with that much money. That is insane.
It's a lot of fucking money, first of all.
Well, these are the fucking influencers that just like throw money at these games because they get that coming back fivefold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure. I mean, after 13 grand and you're still not getting really what you're looking for, that's not a good look by any means.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I never understood it, and that's been around for a while. Like FIFA and Madden Ultimate Team have been around for years and years. Those were probably like some of the first loot boxes, I think, in games. And hey, if you like digital trading cards, I don't know if they carry over to the next games.
No, they don't. Because I used to do it all the time for NHL 13, but I wasn't buying the packs. I was just getting them with in-game currency, and I was able to create like relatively decent teams. But like, I'm also then competing against people who could have paid $1,000 and had a better stacked statistically team than me.
Yeah, like,
but it doesn't carry over.
At least if you're playing Hearthstone, or like if you're collecting actual like Magic the Gathering cards, like those they're not just useless, in a year. I mean, they might be practically useless, but like it's not like you're never gonna look at them again. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I just want to play video games, man. I just want to fucking play video games. Just let me pay you $63.74 once, and let me get like 60 to 75 hours generous out of a game. That's all I want. I just want to play video games, dude.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you do the CSGO competitive voice and say, play video games, man? Do you know how to do the competitive voice? You have to get really close to the mic, and you just talk as loud as you can.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Lauren's sleeping on the couch.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was really.
That was pretty good.
Right here.
Exactly.
Just play video games, man. Just play video games.
Dude, I don't understand. Why can't I just give you $65?
Just let me give you $63.74 so I can play video games, please.
That's 90% of the people Chris and I play Counter-Strike with, if they have a
Water, no onion.
Exactly, that.
Would you like to make that a last for 25 cents?
Please go around to the next window.
So this is Burger King. We do not have Big Macs here.
So please put some clothes on. We're going to call the authorities. All right. Anybody who's like listening to us in their car right now with like the bass decently high we're just rattling panels off their car. The poor DHL guys that listen to us are fucking the wheels are falling off the cars right now. Shout out to all the delivery guys that listen to us, by the way, because we do get a lot of people who are like, yeah, making deliveries all day, blah blah blah. We love you. Keep grinding. Big extra shout out to you guys because
especially right now where it's negative fucking 50 in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And like in the negatives here, single digits and negatives here.
While we're on the shout out tip, why don't we do a little Wicked Good Gaming land the train? I like the way that rolls off. Honestly, I like that. I feel like Send It's kind of played out. Barstool ruined it.
This is where it switches over officially.
I mean, I like it. You guys can.
I mean, we're gonna need another audio clip.
Land the train.
Land the train.
Choo choo. I don't know.
That's a good idea. Or you could have like Crazy Train.
Yeah. Could have like Coltrane from Gears, like the. I can't even do it. My fucking voice is like.
That was tough. I thought you might cut up for a sec.
I went to go like hit a note that wasn't there, and just like air came out. It was just like.
Not good. It's like when you go to push a fart out that you think is going to be an absolute missile, and it's just like.
Yep, just like that.
Yeah, exactly like that. All right, little Wicked Good Gaming land the train. So big shout out to all our delivery people out there. We do love you a lot. We do have a lot of people who tell us like, I'm out on the road all day. Like, so if you're working on the road, or if you have like extra long commutes, or if you're like doing any sort of delivery service or something like that, whether it's like postal or packages or I don't know, whether you're delivering babies, shout out to you. We appreciate you, especially in this polar vortex because it's a bitch. So we hope that our beautiful voices can keep you warm on those cold winter days while you're out here delivering, doing the Lord's work. And I hope that you're getting nice Christmas presents from the people that you're delivering to, too. If you work for the U.S. Postal Service, I forgot to get my mailman a present. I completely forgot that was a thing you're supposed to do. So get your mailman's presents. Chris, who you get to shout out?
No one. Actually, no. I do have someone, but I guess he's here all the time anyway. But this is his first live stream that he made it to, Mr. Trevor Bond. And I'm assuming this is him that just subbed to us on YouTube, Mr. Trevor Benito. Sorry for putting your government name out there, but it is your YouTube name, so it's fair game. Shout out to you, Trevor Bond. Welcome to your first live show.
Yeah, we need to stop doing... We need to stop doing government names. I maybe gotta even just change my shit up because I feel like it's too close.
I think personally we have to stop referring to places that we actually go. Not that we're giant, but we literally tell people like the bars that we go to, where we work, and shit.
I don't want anybody around us.
Oh no, I'll never say where I work.
No, not where we work, but like the areas that we work in and like the fields that we work in.
That's a fact.
It's easy to trace.
Oh, Wicked Good Gaming suck it to Travis Kelce. Fuck you. Travis Kelce fucking went out there and he was like, I think everybody's just sick of the Patriots. Yeah, too bad you didn't have an opportunity to beat them last week, you fucking shit bum.
Go pass.
Guy's the most fucking overrated tight end in the league.
He's a pretty good tight end.
He's pretty good, don't get me wrong. He just irritates the fuck out of me.
He's so Oh my god.
You know who's the most underrated? Zach Ertz. That's a good tight end.
Pretty good. Didn't both of his legs break too?
I don't fucking know.
I feel like the last year or the year before, like both of his legs broke. I could be wrong, but I'm just going to make that up. But tell your friends, both of Zach Ertz's legs are broken. Next year at your fantasy draft, just yell that out if you see somebody going for him.
Both his legs are broken.
Oh, my God, dude. Too bad he broke both of his legs, huh? He's probably going to fall pretty far.
Tough pick, Dave. Broke both his legs. Bob, what do you got?
Oh, big shout out to our pal Trev Bond for, immediately coming in the chat and saying like, "Yep, first time seeing Rob. Not that fat. Thanks. I appreciate you.
Good to know he's a liar too. I wish I could take my shout out back because he lied to my my co-host.
That's fucked up. Another big shout out to my buddy Mark. Thank you for letting me come out to San Fran for the invite and all the BC boys. It was a fun weekend. My legs still hurt and I still can't sleep at night because I'm still jet lagged. So that sucks. I need to give a big suck it, Wicked Gaming suck it, to anti-vaxxers. Literally everybody finds out what like really irritates me. And like it started with pyramid schemes like 2 months ago. And whenever something about a pyramid scheme comes up, all of my friends are like, hey, look at this pyramid scheme. aren't you pissed right now? And I'm sitting there fucking fuming with a vein popping out of my forehead. Like, yeah, I'm fucking pissed at this pyramid scheme. I want to call them out. And then I do. And I look like an idiot on social media and shit. But all my friends now realize that I hate people that think anti-vaxxing or not vaccinating their children is a good idea. And now I'm fucking furious about it. And Mikey fucking tagged me in something today about anti-vaxxers on Facebook, and I'm fucking pissed. So suck it.
Wow.
If you don't vaccinate your kids, suck it. Don't get fucking. I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go there.
I
I'm
love
stopping
it,
right now. Suck it.
All right, everybody, if you haven't listened to us before, maybe this is your first time, maybe your first time, long time, make sure you check us out on twitch.tv/wickedgoodgaming. Every Thursday we do the live show, and you can see us, our beautiful faces, every week. So we've been doing this every week for the last 113 weeks, give or take, and it's not been a bad time. It's not been a bad time. It's usually pretty good. Usually we're pretty consistently good. I'd like to think that we're pretty consistently entertaining, but I'm biased.
Q is a good point. Q is a good point. We should get a Patreon command.
We should get a Patreon command. We will do that. Go check out, I think it's patreon.com/wickedgoodgaming. You can check us out on Patreon. It's a completely optional additional way to support us. If you want to throw a buck or two on there, support your boys with some extra bonuses. Check us out, twitter.com/wickedgoodgames, Instagram, Facebook, everything /wickedgoodgaming. We don't really check the Facebook that much because I feel like it's a dead platform, but you know, I mean,
I do a decent amount.
If you want to go leave a comment on Facebook while you're scrolling through, you know, the fucking losers that you went to high school with and all of their like Facebook posts about, you know, like milk causing cancer and vaccinations causing autism, you know, you're
really gonna fucking stop? You're gonna rev me up right now, huh? You're really gonna fucking get me going, huh?
I don't believe these things. I'm just saying the jokes never get old, just like, you know, non-vaccinated kids. So
I didn't have to say it. Yes, I didn't have to say it.
Please be healthy and make healthy life choices, and so that way we can see you next week for episode 114. This has been episode 113 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We love you very much, and we'll see you next week.